Hello, my name is Keith Stifler, and I am creating a video here to help you understand how to order textbooks online through our MCC website. So the first thing you'll need to do is go into the URL bar and go ahead and type in www.mcckc.edu/bookstore. Once you do that, you'll be redirected to a website. And if we scroll down just partly down the web page, we will see Shop Online. This is our main bookstore website for Metropolitan Community College. And so to order textbooks, the thing you'll need to do is click on Books, and what it will do is allow you to either shop by course or by ID. I would suggest shop by student ID. You select your campus. So for most of you, you'll be choosing online courses or doing online courses. So I'm going to go ahead and click BTC or online courses. Select your program, MCC Online, and then what it'll ask for, which term, and then putting in your student ID number. Please remember, do not put the S in front of the ID number in this case. Hit Submit. And what it will do is pull up all the classes that you're enrolled in the online courses. Now, if you're doing an online course and an on-ground course, you'd have to look for the online course books first, purchase those, then go back in and do the on-ground books. Nevertheless, what this will do here, since my screen is loaded, will show me what textbooks do I need. So I'm currently enrolled in a Biology 101 course, and you might look here and see it says no books required for this course. For biology courses, normally we're used to having a textbook, so I'm going to come back to this and talk through this here in a second. But notice here, I'm also enrolled in a sociology course that's online. And so, as a heads up, it's already expanded, but if for some reason it's not expanded, you may see something that looks like this. If you click Open All, it'll open up the information related to the textbooks. Now, sometimes I have a variety of options. I could buy paperback new book, which is going to be the highest price of this, but there's also used version. But there's also rental versions, and with the rental versions, you have the ability to actually rent the textbook for a semester and then return that back to Metropolitan Community College. So you have a couple different options that exist there. So let's go ahead. I want to keep my costs low, so I'm okay with a used textbook. I'm going to go ahead and rent that textbook. And so what ends up happening is that once I select which option I want, like with the check mark, I go ahead and add that to my cart. So that's showing me what's in my cart. So now I'm going to go ahead and go down to the next course. And what we see here is that I'm in biology, but I thought I saw before that biology doesn't have a textbook. Well, biology is a lab course. Even though it's an online course, it has a lecture and a lab. So this 5-digit number is actually the lab section. So there's no separate lab book for this, but I see this biology textbook, and I have a couple different options here. Obviously, the new hardback cover is the most costly option, but some people really like to have that new book smell right offhand and have that textbook. But also there are options where you can actually rent a digital copy of the textbook, where you can actually have it electronically versus having a physical copy. So you get to pick which option works best for you. Since I may want to keep this textbook, I may go ahead and click Used By. But notice here where it has the rental option still checked. If I choose an option that's not already checked, I need to go ahead and uncheck that option. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my cart also. I scroll on down. I see that I'm in a CSIS 123 course, which is a computer programming course. Again, it's kind of odd that it doesn't have a textbook. When I scroll on down, I can see I have the same instructor, different course number here, but what that's identifying for me is that this class has a lab and lecture component too. Not very many of our courses have a lab and lecture. For the purpose of this demo, I wanted to have a couple of those options here. When I scroll on down, there are a couple different options that I can pursue. In particular, I can see that there's rental options, which again, I can rent the paperback, but there's also where Cengage has this learning platform where I can rent it for 180 days. Well, maybe I'll go ahead and keep down my costs and just go ahead and have the electronic book. Again, the one thing about the electronic book is there's some limitations that exist to it. One, sometimes the number of places that you can access it. If I click on Cengage Learning, this actually tells me a little bit about the ISBN number, how long I can rent this book. I can access it from any web browser. Now I can only print 10% of the pages. So if you're a person who likes to say, hey, I'm going to do electronic version and print everything, you're very limited to that. Also, copy and paste is limited. In device sharing, so you can't have it on a couple different devices, more than those 2 devices. So that's kind of the concern. Again, you can access it from any web browser, but there are some limitations to the rental option. But I have a hard time turning down $49 versus $244. So I think I'm going to go ahead with the rental option. Last but not least, I notice here that there's some required materials and it doesn't have an open all here. So I'm going to go ahead and open it all. So I can see that there is 2 books that I also need from here. So I'm going to go ahead and let's do the rental option for actually, I probably need to use this for several courses down the road. So instead of the rental, I'm going to go ahead and buy it since it's only $17 more. And then in regards to looking here at options, what's some of the best things? Well, I get kind of a choice there, but maybe I go ahead and buy I think the rental option is still kind of the best there. So where I have to turn in that physical book. So I'm going to go ahead and add to my shopping cart. I almost bought 2 things there. Add to my shopping cart. And then what happens at the very end is you can hit go to cart. This is that opportunity where you can actually confirm that you have everything that you need purchased. Kind of tells me when that book is due back if it's a rental. If I want to delete something and change my order, I can definitely do so. But you're kind of seeing what the sheer costs are. I'm looking here, paperback, again, what's due date. Talks a little bit about if you don't return that book, you are responsible for the full charge of that book. Or in this case, you can see the $75,758. So just as a heads up there. And so nonetheless, I think this was actually from one of my previous orders. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one out because I don't need that anymore. You may not have one of those in your cart, but you will see something here that says textbook condition availability. Because the inventory changes, if a textbook new or used is unavailable, we can replace it with condition available. This may affect the price of your order. So you might go, well, yes, if the used book is not available or rental, I will take a condition that's available. If it's not, the item will be canceled from your order, which sometimes can be very difficult if you're needing that textbook right away. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and hit yes, but you get to choose which route. Now you could update your cart, continue shopping, or if you want to go ahead and move to the checkout, you have that ability to do so. So if you are a returning customer, you can put information in there, or you can be a new customer. I'm going to go ahead and continue as a guest. So you have the option to do a store pickup or in a residence. So you can have it shipped as an example. The store pickup, all of our online books are actually through our business technology campus. If you visit our main website, www.mcckc.edu, you could actually look at the location of our business and technology campus. Just as a heads up, if I can actually show you where that's at. If you scroll on down our webpage, there's the Business Technology Campus. You click the About, and then there's actually a map to where campus is at if you wanted to actually pick it up. But for many people, they'd rather, if they're going to order early, go ahead and ship it to their appropriate residence. And once you fill that information out, it's just taking me a moment to put this in here. what you have the ability to do is kind of choose your ground options, how long it'll take to ship. If I was in a crunch, 2-day shipping, I maybe want it a little bit faster to make sure my order gets in time. What's going to ask is a verification email, things like that. And at this juncture, I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen because eventually it's going to ask me how am I going to really pay for those. And I prefer that you might not have my debit card information, but nevertheless, if you have questions or concerns about ordering your textbooks, you're welcome to give me a call, Keith Stifler, at 816-604-2253. Again, 816-604-2253. If you've done any online shopping before, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I hope this video is helpful. You have a wonderful